Title: The Blackblood Uprising. Not all orcs obeyed. Some remembered what they were before the Uruk-hai came. They met in the ash wastes of Gorgoroth, beneath skies veiled by smoke and silence. No horn sounded. No banners flew. Just steel, rot, and vengeance. The Uruk-hai had gathered, thousands strong, marching east to seize the old fortresses abandoned after Sauron's fall. Clad in blackened plate, standing taller than any man, they moved with ruthless unity. But this day, they did not face elves or dwarfs. They faced their own. The Blackblood clans, older, wilder, orcs born of the mountains, not bred in vats. Their skin was grey-green and scarred. Their armor was scavenged. Their eyes burned not with obedience, but memory. And at their front stood Grushnak One-Eye, an ancient orc chieftain with a rusted blade, cracked tusks, and a war-paint skull helm. He raised his arms and shouted across the wastes. "You think yourselves strong? You're slaves made in steel." The Uruk-hai commander stepped forward. Karzag the Boundless, broad as a troll, his halberd dragging across the earth. "And your carrion," he growled. It began with a charge. Grushnak's wolves sprinted from the cliffs, barbed chains clanking. Blackblood berserkers leapt from crevices, screaming ancient war cries. They had no formation, only fury. The Uruk-hai did not flinch. They closed ranks, shields braced, pikes lowered. Steel met flesh. The wolves fell first, impaled on the Uruk line. Berserkers slammed into shields, swinging cleavers and burning axes. Blood splashed across the black stone. Grushnak roared, cleaving a helmeted Uruk from neck to jaw. But for every Uruk that fell, 2 Blackbloods died. They were older, fiercer, but fewer. Behind the Uruk lines, something stirred. From the cliffside, old orc shamans emerged, frail, shaking, chanting in black speech. They called on fire. On wind. On the old spirits beneath Mordor. And the wind answered. Ash storms howled across the battlefield. Dust blinded the Uruk ranks. Soot choked their commands. The Blackblood struck again, this time from the flanks. Karzag snarled. He lifted his halberd and shouted one word. Burn! The rear ranks released their fire bombs, crude, volatile, brutal. The ash storm caught the flame. The battlefield exploded. Dozens from both sides burned. The air turned red. Grushnak staggered through the smoke, one arm burned, blood in his throat. He saw Karzag across the field, untouched, towering. The Uruk general walked calmly through fire, stepping over corpses. His halberd dragged a trail of blood. Grushnak charged. They met with a crash like falling stone. Blade met halberd. Bone cracked. Grushnak screamed curses from the old tongue. Karzag fought without words, a machine, unrelenting. They traded blow for blow until Grushnak's blade snapped. Karzag raised his weapon for the kill. But Grushnak laughed. From his belt, he pulled a rusted dagger, carved with the sigil of the first orc tribe, the ones Morgoth had twisted long before Sauron rose. "You may be stronger," he growled, "but I remember what we were." He plunged the dagger into Karzag's neck. The Uruk staggered, roaring, blood spraying. Grushnak collapsed beside him, grinning through broken teeth. The Uruk line wavered. The Blackblood surged again, their last push. But it was not enough. The Uruk-hai, enraged by their general's fall, advanced with methodical slaughter. Blackbloods were crushed, burned, skewered. The shamans were torn apart. By dusk, only a handful survived. A week later, in the ruins of the battlefield, a blackened banner stood planted in ash. On it, someone had painted in blood. "We do not forget." Some say the Uruk-hai now patrol their own with more suspicion. And some whisper that deep in the mountains, more Blackbloods gather, not to fight elves or men, but to take back their name.